Hi everyone, today we're breaking down music publishing rights in the United States for songwriters and indie labels. We'll cover everything from what you actually own in your song, to how to collect royalties and license your music. Think of it as getting paid on the entire copyright of your song, not just the recording. Let's dive in step by step. First, remember that one song actually has two copyrights. You own the composition copyright. That's your melody and lyrics as the songwriter. You also usually own or split the sound recording copyright, the actual recorded track. Music publishing deals only with the composition side. So when we talk about publishing, we mean the written song itself. The recording, often called the master, is a separate asset, typically controlled by the performing artist or label. Understanding this split is crucial. You can license the song, the composition, and the master separately, and each has its own royalties. Next, let's talk about performing rights. In the United States, songwriters and publishers collect public performance royalties through a pro, like ASCAP, BMI, or SESAC. Basically, whenever your song is played on radio, TV, live venues, or streaming services, that counts as a performance. The pro has licenses with those users, radio stations, venues, etc., and tracks plays. Then they pay you your share of the performance royalty. For instance, if a radio station plays your song, ASCAP or BMI reports that spin and pays you. Even concerts or streaming services pay blanket fees to pros, which are divided up to songwriters and publishers. A side note, Sound Exchange is another US agency that collects digital performance royalties specifically for the recording copyright, things like satellite radio or webcasts. Now what about mechanical royalties? These come from reproducing your song in copies like CDs, downloads, or streams. In the old days it was 78 RPM records and sheet music. Today it's MP3 downloads and on-demand streams. Every time someone downloads your song or plays it on Spotify, the composition is mechanically created, and you earn a mechanical royalty. In the US, a new organization called the Mechanical Licensing Collective, or MLC, handles the collection of streaming mechanicals for songwriters. You should register your works and metadata with the MLC so you get paid for each stream. The statutory mechanical rate is currently around 12.4 cents per track, so keep an eye on those payments to make sure you're getting the correct amount. Many songwriters wonder if they need a publisher. You can collect all royalties yourself, but it's a lot of admin work. One option is a co-publishing deal or traditional publishing deal, where you assign some ownership to a publisher who then splits royalties, often 50-50, and handles promotion. But an increasingly popular choice is an administration deal. In an admin deal, you keep 100% ownership of your songs. The publisher or admin service just registers your songs with pros and the MLC, issues licenses, collects all royalties, and takes a small percentage fee, usually 10 to 20%. This means you keep almost all the money, but they handle the paperwork. For an indie artist or small label, an admin deal can be ideal. You get professional help in exchange for a cut of the income without giving up your copyright. Just make sure you understand the contract terms. Whichever path you choose, you still need to monitor that your metadata and registrations are in place so money doesn't slip through the cracks. If you want to make money from film, TV, ads, or YouTube, sync licensing is key. A sync license lets a producer use your song in timed relation to images. Whenever someone wants to put your music in a video, they must license both the composition and the master. That means if you own both, you can grant both rights at once. Usually you negotiate an upfront fee for the placement. It could be hundreds or thousands of dollars for a big commercial or movie soundtrack. Then, once the program airs or streams, you also earn performance royalties each time it's played. For example, if your song lands in a Netflix series, you'd get the initial sync payment plus ongoing pro checks whenever people watch that episode. To start with sync, you might submit music to libraries or reach out to music supervisors directly. Keep your recordings and lyrics cleared, and have a good catalog of masters ready to pitch. Finally, let's reiterate the importance of registering your work. You automatically own copyright on creation, but officially registering each song and recording with the US Copyright Office is vital. Without registration, you can't sue for infringement or claim statutory damages. Once you register, however, you're entitled to up to $150,000 per infringement if someone steals your work. It also establishes a record of ownership. So as soon as your song is done, or right before releasing it, file your registrations online. This extra step can protect you and ultimately make licensing simpler. Keep records of your registrations, split sheets, and any agreements. These will help resolve any disputes and ensure you get every penny you're owed. In summary, if you write music, think of yourself as owning a powerful asset. By registering your copyright, affiliating with a pro, leveraging the MLC for mechanicals, and choosing the right publishing arrangement, you can unlock income from every use of your songs. Keep track of your catalog, and as your music spreads, you'll collect from streams, radio, covers, commercials, and more. It's a lot to manage, but even small steps like signing up with ASCAP and the MLC can significantly increase your earnings. Protect your work, stay organized, and you'll be ready to make money from every corner of the music business. Happy publishing!